It's California Edition. I'm Brad Palmer. It's glad you're still with us. Our guest, Lois Capps, she's a member of the United States Congress representing the beautiful Central Coast of California. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure, Brad.
Absolutely. I want to speak with you about our schools. I have children in elementary school, and there still continues to be a great amount of fear as a result of what happened in Connecticut. I know that you had worked with some members of the Senate to try to get a part of the Manchin-Toomey bill to include some school safety provisions. It ultimately died on filibuster, but you're not done. You're pushing forward.
We've just started. But let me first say, Brad, congratulations to you and to Charter for bringing this opportunity to those of us who serve in Congress right here on Capitol Hill.
Right.
You're here for National Cable Association, and you decided to do some very hands-on, as I might say, opportunities. And it is a real honor and pleasure for me to be with you to talk about subjects that are so important at this very moment to our constituents.
Right.
And you bring up one that is on the minds of every parent and every teacher, every school administrator, every day, I must say.
Literally.
Sandy Hook, we shouldn't need that incident to tell us that we need to make our country safer in our communities and certainly in our schools. And the part that you talk about in terms of gun safety is the school safety readiness piece. I come to that as a school nurse.
Right, I knew that.
Coming to Congress, seeing firsthand how vulnerable our children are and how important it is to equip our schools with the kind of protections that they need.
Now, as you may know, the National Rifle Association has proposed that armed guards be placed at every school throughout the nation. What's your sense of that proposal?
Well, I've talked to teachers who are repulsed by the idea. We want to educate our young people in nonviolent ways of resolving issues, and the presence of weapons and even the talk of arming teachers. No, that is all well and good, but there is, and we do want law enforcement at the ready.
Sure.
But the most important element is to keep the schools ready and to educate children how to respond, how to look for signs of trouble, and what to do about it.
Right. At the same time, part of your bill, which you are moving forward with, would create an alliance between the federal government and local school districts to provide matching funds.
Well, you know, I've spoken with our local school officials, and they tell me they know exactly what they want to do to increase security at the school site. They already have the interest in establishing these relationships with law enforcement. It's their budgets, as you know, California has taken such severe hits in education that there isn't any money at the local level. And our communities are hard-pressed also to have the resources to provide the safety officials on the campuses. This is the perfect place for the federal government to step in. My bill allows for grants to be applied for. I've talked to my schools who say they're eager to do that. Let's have that opportunity for them.
So the issue becomes, when you talk about guns, it gets so bollocksed up in everything that is Washington politics. Can a provision that arguably is as simple and common sense as this one, simply a funding alliance, make it through the House, make it through the Senate?
Well, that's the big question. And I would hope that we could do that. The Senate has acted, unfortunately, not to the right effect, but we're not giving up.
Her name is Lois Capps. She's a member of the United States Congress. My name is Brad Palmer. You are watching California Edition.